All right, let's get this show on the road. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Torn Tuesday, your weekly dose of all things Lord of the Rings, Hobbit, movies, books, TV shows, video games, and of course, board games, and now playing card games. Yes, I'm talking about Magic the Gathering, which comes out this Friday. Officially licensed Lord of the Rings Magic the Gathering. And we have an exciting show for you because yesterday I watched Nerd of the Rings spend like 2 hours unboxing packs of this. He just spent 2 hours like opening cards, showing the cards, and then people in chat room were some of them were giving like we're looking up TCG Player or some websites that have prices already, people willing to pay for cards, and some of the cards Matt opened up was like 50 or $100. So I don't know if I'm gonna be that lucky or wealthy. Nerd of the Rings, he's there in the chat, and he loved every minute of it, and it was so thrilling. I didn't think unpacking cards would be so exciting, but now I understand what all those Pokemon streams were doing during the pandemic. Kaylin Griffin said she watched some of it. I see everybody in the chat room. Susan was first, and Andrew, and Nigel, and Sarah Draper says May Giovanni. No, I'm just kidding. It's May Govanen, supposedly. And I think we got Cliff here. Let's check in with Cliff. He is sitting down at the thing, and let me give him some audio, desktop audio. So much jiggery pokery going on today. Hello, Clifford. How are you today?
Hello there. Hi, guys. How's it going, everyone? It's great to see you, Justin, and all the beautiful people out there in the interwebs. You know what? I've been unbelievably lost in a card game with my friend who's sitting right here, and I realized, oh gosh, look at the time. Look at the time. And at that point, I had already lost my Balrog, and he went back to the bottom of my deck. And I was like, oh no, this was the best card I had in the game against my opponent. And all of a sudden, I realized this is it. I got sucked right back into Magic the Gathering. Quick as that, because everyone, you realize that I'm a veteran player, a veteran of Magic the Gathering of, well, long enough
And
to
I am a
just say,
veteran of eBaying stuff that's valuable. So the Chiv Knight
yes,
in the
you
chat
are.
room just
Yes,
said,
you are.
"Want me to price?" Yes, please, Chiv Knight. If you are with us for this show, I want to know what some of these cards are going to be worth, because yesterday, Cliff, Matt opened a deck, and turns out that the party tree is worth $100 already.
Yes. Guess what I heard? Yesterday, when I was talking to the owner of the comic book and game store, Emerald Knights in Burbank, and he's a dealer of Magic cards for decades. He's been serving the community of people in Los Angeles and the San Fernando Valley for decades with Magic tournaments and special events. They had a special pre-release of the Lord of the Rings game, and he actually said to me, there's a $2 million bounty that someone placed on the one of one ring, the serialized one of one in the whole wide world. Out of 1 million billion cards they're printing, there's only one of the evil One Ring, which is in black, borderless, written in Elvish letters, not in English print. And it's something that somebody told me yesterday that it was going to be worth something. I said, yeah, I know it's going to be worth something, but who's ever going to find it? It's not going to be something we'll luckily pull. It's going to be some random person in perhaps Peoria, somewhere in Newport News, someone way off the charts. And guess what? He said there's a bounty. A professional website has offered a $2 million prize for pulling that particular card out of one of these little packs.
I just hope
Actually,
it's not Jake
not
Paul,
one of these.
because he paid $1 million for a Pokemon card or something like that. So I don't want Jake Paul owning the One Ring. Not now, not
No,
ever. Or
no, no, no,
Logan
no, no,
Paul.
no.
Or any of the
No.
Pauls.
Thank you very much for saying that.
Peter Paul and
Welcome everybody
Mary.
to Torn Tuesday. It's
Peter
lovely to have
Paul,
everybody
Luke, and
here.
John. No, wait, no. Mary, Mark, Luke, and John? No. Mark. Well, who are the four? Mark, Luke, John, and Paul, right? Those are no. Paul doesn't have his own uh, Bible
You're so
chapter.
funny. No, no,
I
no. Don't,
forget.
please
All
don't.
right, all right. We just showed it on screen. That is the one of
That
one.
is that the
It is
one of
a
one?
a foil of the One Ring, and it is all in the Elvish script, or is it Black speech script?
Well, I mean, the language is that of Mordor, which I will not utter here,
Matthew, Mark,
is
Luke, and
what
John. Why
Gandalf
do I
says.
always forget Matthew? Um,
Yes, I mean,
Trisha in the chat room, thanks for joining us. Trisha Wilson says, we are going to carry these in our shop, and everyone has been coming in asking for them. I'm so tempted to keep them for myself. Would you say that it's your precious? You're tempted to keep it. What is going on with these cards, Cliff? Everybody wants to keep it. Everybody wants the One Ring.
well,
It's creating we can't use the word pandemic anymore because it's gonna
there's
burned,
there's a
but
there's a joke that someone made in the chat just a second ago and said that Cliff has 3 Black Lotus cards. No, I don't. If I did have Black Lotus cards, I would be a multimillionaire. We're talking about a game that has created a collectible market, and that is built on scarcity. Now you're starting to understand. Open your eyes to that term and think about the scarcity that is created when certain cards are more rare than others. And
right.
now you have
And
insight into
other than
the
the
Pokemon
101,
market as well.
right.
Same thing.
And I what we're hearing is it's going to be very difficult to collect all 9 Nazgul. Each of the Nazgul has a
Mhm.
unique representation. Tolkien only ever named one of them. So
Mhm.
the Nazgul in Peter Jackson's movies all look the same. Well, except for those couple shots in the Shadow Realm. But, for the most part. So
Mhm.
the artwork on some of these cards looks really good, and
It does. It's
so
amazing
so
stuff.
so Cliff, as we're opening these cards, you can maybe describe the history of it. First, I want to know: has Magic ever had a license for Lord of the Rings, or is this brand new?
It's all very new.
What about all
Magic
those
has
cards that came out 20 years ago? I remember everybody had Lord of the Rings cards.
No, but that was not Magic the Gathering. That was a different card game created by a different publishing company. Different company, different game design. It was called the Lord of the Rings collectible card game. And
CCG.
yes, a CCG. That's right. Sometimes you'll see the
So
term
this is not a
trading card
CCG.
game. This is a CCG. All of it is. Yes.
This is a CCG, but it's
This is the great excuse me. This is the great granddaddy of all collectible card games. This is the first one that was ever in existence, the one that blew the marketplace open. And it actually taught people a surprising idea in terms of game design and selling a product to the market. Not all of the components would be contained in one box. I mean, you play Monopoly, everything's in one box. You play a big 3.5 hour game of Risk, everything is in one box. But not this. Not with games like this. You would be able to see more cards come out over years that would expand strategies, possibilities, and other cards that would zero out the power of other early cards that were too strong and kind of nerf them. And it becomes an evolutionary and branching design process, and it has lasted for generations. And the game is evergreen because it keeps bringing out new styles of play and new strategies and card combinations that bounce off of one another in ways that didn't before. Now, this is the first time they've put the skin on top of it of J.R.R. Tolkien, but at the root of it, the mechanics of the game are still the same as it was when it came out in the early 90s. This game is still the same mechanism. It uses the same resources. You play your cards, you tip them to the side to tap for the value of the land, and you use that land to generate mana. The mana is going to pay for the cards that go out into the battlefield for you. And your opponent is across the table doing the exact same thing.
so
He's
Magic is
playing his
basically a
cards and getting out
two-player game.
combatants to fight with you. Yeah, it's a 2-player game. And you know, the thematic world that Magic had was basically called Planeswalkers. You, the card holder, are a powerful sorcerer known as a Planeswalker. And you play these cards out of your hand to represent sorceries and creatures that are going to fight on your behalf. The other planeswalker across the table from you, he's using his cards to likewise summon creatures, and when those cards are on the table, they might be stronger than yours. And you have a life counter from 20 points down to 0. Whoever goes down to 0 loses. Last man standing wins. That's it.
Right. So if it's 2-player game, as I understand it, you can have any amount of cards. You guys like choose like, oh, this is a 100-card game or a 50-card game or a 20-card game.
Exactly.
And that's what they mean when they say build your decks.
Mm-hmm.
So
deck building is the biggest thing, and it exists very much in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon, and of course Magic the Gathering as well. Back when Decipher had a license with New Line Cinema and Peter Jackson, they said, let's make our own collectible card game, and we'll use photographs, photo stills. So the difference with Magic the Gathering is that they never use photos. They hire professional painters, artists, and illustrators who make the most gorgeous pieces of art.
And that's why I wanted to do these unboxings to show off all of the art.
Oh, it's really gorgeous stuff. The previous game that they had even before that was based on Star Trek: The Next Generation. And those cards had abilities and powers, but they all had photo freeze frames from familiar episodes of the TV show. As the Decipher game, you know, when Nicholas Hoult was doing his publicity tour for Tolkien, he was talking about his love and affection for the Decipher collectible card game. He loved that game.
Yeah, okay, so you sent me a picture yesterday of what you bought, which is a starter kit, and you bought a bunch of boosters, like a box of boosters.
No, I bought a bundle. I bought a bundle. Which has a bunch
That's what this is. Yeah, bundle.
This is the bundle, yeah.
Okay.
I got the bundle. The starter kit was generously provided, and it just arrived the same day. And this is a starter kit. And here's my friend who's off screen. We've been spending all day playing these decks of cards that came right out of the starter deck.
So you haven't opened the bundle yet?
No. Well, open the bundle just to look at the contents. I've got the contents right in here, and boy, are they cool. You want to go over what's inside the box? I would love to show everybody what's in this box.
Well, so I don't know anything about Magic. So, Cliff, tell me, what do we start opening first?
The starters. If you want to play with someone, start here. Kit? You start with the starter kit. Yeah, absolutely.
Folks, is that what we want to go? We want to open the starter kit and look at all the cards. Mm-hmm. And then, chat room, I'm looking for you to tell me, like, what's the best way of organizing these piles? Like, do I put all the... I think I want to put all the Nazgul that we find in one. Put all the foils or legendary cards in another pile. Like, how should we pile things?
I think, well, in my mind, if you find any shiny foil cards, they go in a separate stack. They are... special rare cards that are foil in print, and they have a shimmering iridescent background on the card. Right. I think that's the first distinction. You want to separate your foil cards.
All right, so we're gonna hold on this for a minute, and we're gonna go through the
mine is open.
Kit.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Now the starter
is that
deck.
What we want to do, or do we want to open these packs? No, booster packs come after the starter kit, right?
That is right. Absolutely, that's right. Boosters, you would open up after the starters.
All right,
because the starters are going to show you.
Do? Chat room, like what should we start opening first? Because I want to get into opening. Wheat Bix in the chat room says, I did learn from Matt, Nerd of the Rings, that the best and most expensive cards are in smaller packs, so open them last.
Mm-hmm.
What? Like these boosters are the small
yeah, these boosters. They have a distribution system that's going on here. So let's understand this for a second.
We're going to open these boosters last.
These booster packs are separated into different types. In this particular launch of the Lord of the Rings version of Magic the Gathering, Universes Beyond, they have regular boosters, which are just regular grade that have all playable cards. But there's also a collector's booster, which I do not have to show you. It's a solid green with Frodo on that artwork, and those collector's boosters are the ones that Matt, Nerd of the Rings, was opening last night on that wonderful live stream that he had. Those collector's boosters contain...
Boosters.
That's different. No, that's the standard. The collector's boosters say the big words collector's booster
Are
on
there
it.
any in
And
this box?
nope, mm-mm,
And there's none in this box.
nope, they're none.
Okay.
You've got to get them separate as the collector's boosters, and that's what Matt had. They're a little south of $500 for a box of collector's boosters, and they contain all the rare, super rare um,
Do
art
these
cards.
have rare cards?
There's some regular rare in here, but no, there's no collector's boosters. I got one of these too. This commander deck is wonderful. It is a 100 card deck built to play 100 cards
But
for a big
isn't the
commander
starter
style.
deck 100 cards?
Nope, the starter decks are standard at 60 cards. Remember a minute ago when you said you can make different sizes? A standard
Well,
is
yeah, this is
always
why I'm asking. All right.
60 cards. Always 60 cards. Not to be confused at all with a
So
different format
this is
of
two
commander.
decks of 60. The
Yes.
starter deck is two decks of 60. The
Yes.
commander deck is one deck of 100.
Yes, that is correct. One deck of 100 cards meant to go against another person who has another differing commander deck of 100 cards. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Now, what's really beautiful about what they did with this starter kit, and you'll notice right away, it's the good guys versus the bad guys. It is easy for players to make
I'm just going to make this full screen. Yeah, keep going.
you make a binary choice. And I asked my friend, I said, you want to play the good guys or the bad guys? And he said, oh, look, Aragorn, Pippin, cool characters. I want to play these cool characters. And I said, that's great. Look, here's evil Sauron and evil Balrog. I want to play these characters. So take in mind that as you play the game, there's always going to be wild mixes, but they conveniently made the starter kit easier. So it's a pretty straight up mix of good guys versus bad guys.
The starter kit has a play guide. So with the basics of like, here's the different colors: white, blue, black, red, green.
Yes.
How you play a battlefield. All right. So and then it comes with two cardboard boxes. To put
These
your
are really
deck of
nice.
60,
They're really
right?
nice. Look at this. I got one right here too. So each person can have a separate card holder for their own evil deck or their good deck of cards. So it's really a convenient starter set. It's got everything all put into one space, and I really think it's kind of lovely. You get a 60 deck of cards that's been pre-built with easy and elegant design choices already in mind. So anybody who's ever started this game and never ever played it, I don't recommend that you just pull out a bunch of random cards and start drafting yourself a deck of cards. I mean, if you're flying blind and you've never played it before, take the wonderful convenience that they give you of a starter deck, because it has just enough land and just enough creatures and artifacts and the right balance of everything so you can have a really better playing experience for your first time out. Okay? And there's a combination of cards that are noted by rarity. In the Magic community, we use terms as common, uncommon, and rare. And you'll hear that a million times over. If you get into playing Magic, that's what you're going to hear all the time in reference to how valuable they are in the secondary market, and even to how powerful they are in actual play. Unique to Magic the Gathering's later publishing efforts, because they've expanded the game for decades now, but they have a new level that's even more rare than rare. Okay, I said there was common, uncommon, and rare, but now in this game especially, there is mythic rare. Mythic rare, and these
And
are
how do you tell the difference?
they have a color grade. Now look in your book, look in your cute little booklet.
Well,
You
look
see
at
this
my
nice little
cards.
thing?
Like, are you
See
saying
this?
Galadriel here is a green card?
They have a little ring symbol, okay?
Okay.
And there's a little ring symbol that's in the middle of the card, right in the middle, where it says legendary creature. Like, here's my Balrog.
Yeah,
It's
okay, I see
legendary
that.
creature, avatar demon. So you've got a legendary creature, and look at that ring symbol. It's on the far right.
No, I have a Frodo. That's not a legendary.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh yeah, it is.
There's-
Yeah, legendary creature.
Now, to the far right of that body of text, what does it say after legendary creature? Keep reading that line.
halfling warrior, and then it's a
Halfling
ring.
warrior,
But they
and
all
then
have
there's a ring
rings.
symbol. Like that ring symbol will be either black, silver, or gold, and that is common, uncommon, or rare. And if it's red, then it's mythic rare. But I think the one you're holding should be gold. And you'll look at your cards, and you'll be like, oh, these are silver. They're all uncommons. These are black. These are regular common cards. It's really it just comes to when you start
They're
looking
all
at the
black.
cards.
Oh, this starter deck is all black. Oh wait, no, that's a blue ring.
The blue, it's blue, silver, and then there's also rare cards that are gold.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right,
see them? So that's how you know what the rare ones are if you want to. Okay. Now,
all right. So this legendary creature Frodo with a gold ring.
hmm he's a rare card.
He's a rare card.
Right. Now, in the upper right hand corner is how much it costs to play the card onto the table. You see it might have a number and it might have little colored symbols in the upper right hand corner. All of these are common in Magic the Gathering, and it references the basic land that you use to pay for the cost of getting this card out into play. And that's why if you look through your deck, you'll see a lot of cards that say forest, plains, basic land, mountain, basic land, forest. You see them, Justin? Do you have basic land cards? You probably have to thumb through to
No,
the
I have.
bottom of
I
your deck of
found
cards.
Bilbo's ring. Oh, I found a different color ring. This is a black ring.
That's common. Common cards are black.
Okay.
They're denoted as uncommon or silver blue, rare gold, and mythic rare red.
I got silver blue. Is that what you said?
Yeah, that's uncommon if it's silver blue.
Uncommon.
Uh
What
huh.
about a white ring? Banishing light enchantment. There's like a white ring with a shield.
Let me see. Let me take a closer look.
Banishing light. I got two of those. Ooh, tons of
They
blue
should,
cards.
yeah. I mean, they should be the symbol, just the symbol in the middle of the card, just for noting. They have other symbols that are from other expansions, but they should be black, silver, or gold, and that's rare. Rare for
Ooh,
gold,
look at
silver is
Mariadoc
uncommon.
looking good.
Mariadoc, yes. Now you see that copy of Pippin
Yeah.
that's underneath Meriadoc? Let's show everyone at home. Here is my Balrog that went and had a fight in my game earlier today with Pippin. Pippin was the brave young hobbit who stood up against the Balrog in a fight in this card game. And it was so cool. It was really, really cool to see Pippin be so brave to block the incoming damage from this ferocious, horrible creature. Now, I want the audience to take a look. I have extra text on my Balrog that makes him go away. It says right here on the card, whenever a legendary creature is destroyed by an opponent, it says, excuse me, whenever a legendary creature an opponent has dies, then the Balrog, Flame of Udun, is put onto the bottom of my library. So the Balrog went into a big fight with Pippin. Pippin died and sacrificed himself in the game. And then my Balrog disappeared, and I couldn't use it on the table anymore. It had to go to the bottom of my deck of cards, where I couldn't get at it anymore. So the Balrog was gone. Pippin sacrificed himself. It was such an interesting moment in the game that we just played earlier today. See, guys, it was so cool. So that's the kind of stuff you get to.
Bardiver.
Yeah, this is why you want to. That's why you guys want to get a sample of getting into this game, because it allows for different matchups and fun things that could never have been thought of in the original narrative, but in gameplay, any crazy thing can go. You know.
All right. Looks like
So the
I've
question
gotten.
is, where can you buy a pack of rare ones? Okay. The super, super rare ones are always included in every little regular pack. Okay. This is a similar distribution, and this is how the system has worked, and why in the gaming industry it became a best-selling phenomenon, and it made Wizards of the Coast a lot of money. People would pay $2.99 or $1.99 back in the day to get a pack of cards, and there'd be 15. Out of the 15 cards, one of them would be rare, 3 of them would be uncommon, right? That's 4 out of 15. And the other 11 would all be common cards.
in these
Literally.
packs.
Yep. Now, they promise you that distribution, and it always works out. You will always get 1 rare, 3 uncommon, and the rest will be common cards. Is that about right? Yeah. And that was a model of business distribution that was carried over into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! And every other trading card game and collectible card game in the world since that time. This creates the thirst for the marketplace. The collectors thirst to get those ultra rare cards, and they will open up lots and lots of these blister packs, as many as they have to, and they'll dump out, or on eBay, they'll have a fire sale of all the common and uncommon cards that they don't want because they have multiple copies, and they will fire sale all those things on eBay, and then what's left are the rares for the collectors, and then sometimes that goes on the secondary market at outrageous price points. So now you guys are getting a little bit of insight. We'll get more into the gameplay and the idea of building a deck of cards and how to play it, but I want the audience to also understand why the industry erupted with enthusiasm in the early 90s when this format was first made available, because it had never ever been done like that.
A dozen forest cards?
Because you're going to need multiple forests to pay for the card's cost. You see in the upper right-hand corner of every card, there's a number value and some symbols, colored symbols.
Not on the forest card.
The forest is the symbol of what you use as currency to pay for the other cards. Okay? A basic land, does not have a symbol at the top corner. It creates the symbol that you see on other cards, if you follow my meaning. So you have red mountains that create the red mana. They look like this. See? And you have swamps and forests and islands and plains. So in my evil deck of cards that I played, which had lots of goblins and trolls and balrogs, you see Justin is holding up green and white land, and you have to have those land cards. The card has to be in your deck, and you have to produce those cards, and you have to have enough of them. You have to have enough copies of land so you can generate really big amounts of mana to pay the cost of those big creatures, those legendary bad boys. There's no
numbers on this land card. What am I paying for?
That's what I told you. That's what I told you. Please look at your other cards that say creature or enchantment or legendary creature or sorcery. All those other cards have a printed numerical number and symbol in their upper right-hand corner.
Sure.
The land is a separate card type. So that's a really good distinction to start with, since we're talking about
so we've got
distinguishing cards.
I've got Sauron here, the lidless eye.
Okay.
Do I? Lidless eye. It says 3.
3 of any color. There's a number 3, and there's other symbols as well.
So I need to play 3 forest?
No. Listen closely. It is a total of 4. No, is there a black symbol and a red symbol next to the 3?
Yes.
Then it's a total of 5. Okay? It has to be 1 black, 1 red, and 3 of any color. So you have to spend 5 mana for that character to come out. Okay?
1
5.
Black, 1 red, and 3 of any color. So I could play 2 forest, 1 plains, but I don't have any red land. Is that what you're saying?
Well, you know what? That's the guy from the evil deck. He's not going to play with the green and white good guys deck.
Yeah. Duh.
He's with the evil deck, which is the one I am showing you.
Aragorn and Arwen has 4 and a tree and a plane. Okay.
Now look at this guy. Do you see the fell beast? This is a familiar guy. This is the Nazgul, the Nazgul's favorite flying steed. And if you look at the upper corner, it says right here, 4 of any color, black and black. That's a total of 6. I have to have 6 cards in play, and they're called land, and I can use any color up to the determining icon that says black, black, or red, red. In your case, it would be green or green, white. You might have cards that mix.
All right, it says 4 plus a tree plus a plane. So
that's right.
Guess I could play
that's a total of 6.
One tree, one
Mhm.
plane, and
And
then
four more of any color.
four more of any color. Okay,
And
that
your deck of cards are going to come out in every turn. Here's what it is. In every single turn, you always get to play these for free. The land that Justin is showing the audience with the green forests and the white plains. In every turn, out of your hand, at no cost ever, you're always allowed to play lands to the table. And when you have more of those lands out on the table, you tap them, and by tapping it, you exercise its cost and create mana associated with that color. So if your Sauron card is going to be what, a total of six, you're going to have at least six cards out on the table and tap all of them of the appropriate color. And by tapping, I mean turning it 45 degrees this way. Show the people on the table, Justin, how a card you have out on your table, like one of your lands, and tip it 45 degrees so it's horizontal to the side. That is tapping a card. All you do is
okay.
turn
I
it
got it.
45 degrees
By
to it
by
so
the
it's
way,
horizontal.
for
Yeah,
those
that's
that
it.
are seasoned players, this starter kit, each pre-made deck of 60 comes with a card with to play online. Magic the Gathering has has an online version where you can log in and play from your phone or from your desktop, from your tablet, anywhere. It's called Arena, Magic the Gathering Arena, MTG Arena. That is the name of the online version. And each of these decks, this one of the evils, come with a unique code. So you log into Arena and you play, you put in the code, and you get every card here digitally in an online deck, and then you can start playing. So it's pretty cool because now you have a physical version of the deck that you can play with your friends and family, and you can log in anytime with
It's so
these
cool.
exact cards and
Yes.
play online. Wheat
Yes.
Bix in the chat room wants to know, Cliff, do you have a favorite card so far, or some favorite cards?
Oh boy. Actually, so far, I think one of the most insane cards I've gotten is the Witch King, Bringer of Ruin. He is such a badass.
One of the
I mean,
Nazgul. Wait,
whoa,
no, not one of the
whoa.
Nazgul.
Not
Yes?
just any Nazgul. This is the Witch King himself. He is a legendary creature. He has a flying ability, which means he cannot be blocked by any other cards unless they also have the word flying printed on them. And he is really powerful. He's got 5 strength. That means in just a few turns, if he's not blocked at all, in just a few turns, he could kill you in 3 or 4 turns, depending upon how badly you are damaged. Remember, everybody, you begin the game with 20 points of life. It's usually represented by a 20-sided die. And you start your game with 20, but if you're getting attacked by a creature with can hit you for 5 points of damage, then in only 3 turns, you'll be down from 20 down to 5. You'll be 15 health gone in only 3 turns if you can't block this guy from damaging you. And that means it would be a rather quick game. You would lose. And it says right here in special print, whenever the Witch King, Bringer of Ruin, attacks, the defending player sacrifices a creature with the least power among all the creatures they control. So not only does this guy kill you, and he's flying and you cannot block him, but he also makes you lose and burn your other active creatures that you've had out during the entire game. And it's wild. Some of these cards are wild. Woo! Anyways, pretty interesting. Hi everybody,
Josh
welcome to the
Long is in
show.
our chat room. Hey, you've ordered your Commander deck. It's arriving on the 27th, which I believe is Saturday. So let's open up this second deck again. The starter kit. If you want to just get started, the starter kit includes two 60 card ready-made decks, including codes to unlock both decks on
Wow.
the online gaming version.
In the starter deck, this version of Gandalf is one of the most wonderful versions. If this version of
Uh,
Gandalf dies, he doesn't go to the discard pile. You put him back in your deck of cards, fifth from the top. which means you're always going to guarantee to get Gandalf come back to life. A couple of turns later, he's always going to go back to the top of your deck instead of being burned
Cliff,
and
I think I
destroyed.
got my Witch King, Bringer of Ruin.
He's so good. He's so good. So if you'd like, I think we should also take a look at what they offer in the bundle. Okay. So this
All right,
is a
all right.
nice
Wait.
collector's
So
box.
did are both starter decks, or starter kits the same everywhere? Because I got your Witch King, I got your
Yes.
Balrog, Flame of
Oh,
Udun.
they're all identical. Yeah. The starter decks are all programmed to be identical. They don't
Okay,
have accidents. Okay. The randomization only comes when you buy blister packs. Okay.
got it.
Starter decks are pre-built with an absolute composition, which makes sense. It has a balance of land cards and creature cards. It has a great balance of things to make an easier, more fluent experience when you begin the game. If you're a newbie who doesn't know what he's doing is going to end up opening up lots and lots of packs of these, randomly putting together some random, messy construction that might not even have enough land cards. It might be out of balance wildly with you stacking your deck of cards with stuff you can never pay for, stuff that you'd never be able to afford within the economics of the system of the game, at least with the way the mechanics of the game work. It
Okay,
is kind of supposed to be balanced. So you buy that starter deck and you're getting pre-composed decks of cards that are strictly for newbies, and they're very, very helpful because they bothered to make them a balanced composition of 60 cards for you and for your opponent. 60 cards.
so
Um,
what's the difference in cards here? It's just more of them. Are there more
yep.
foils in this bundle?
Hmm. Yeah. Well, in these bundles, this nice bundle actually includes a collector's box, which is a useful storage component. If you have lots and lots and lots of these babies, a
Okay,
big, nice storage box is nice.
so
That's the open.
you can toss the packaging of the starter deck except for the card boxes that were
Yep.
included in here, right?
Yeah, you
Okay,
can toss all the packaging from the starter,
but the
except for
bundle
these
you can keep.
very convenient things and the starter guide. Okay. Bundles include a really nice collector's box, which is meant to be a storage solution. Okay. And inside, it has a really, really chunky supply of more booster packs. Lots and lots of more booster
Oh,
packs that are all
closed booster
random.
packs
Yeah,
like
they're not
these.
collector's versions. They're the regular booster packs
Is
for
there a
building
foil
your
in
game.
these?
Yeah, sometimes they're all randomly assorted. Yes.
Okay,
I'm just letting you know the super expensive collector's boosters are like 10 times more foils and rares. Literally a different distribution in each pack. Much more foils, much more rares. The collector's edition has guaranteed 4 rares, not one. 4 rare cards per pack, not one, in the
okay.
collector's edition of the packs. Okay. So
Uh,
in
on these white packs come with 20 cards. These
okay.
black boosters come
Hmm.
with 12 cards.
Yes, that's right. These are different entirely. Before we get even more confusing, this is a third type of product. Do you know what these are? These are drafts. This is supposed to be like a random draft where you put smack 2 packs of cards together and play a quick game with somebody so that everyone gets randomized neutral. It's supposed to be neutralizing the game for hardcore collectors to not be able to pinpoint too many powerful card constructs. It makes the game like rando. You take one of these with your friend, and they take one of these. You actually add 2 together, 2 for yourself, and then 2 for your friend. Got it? So here's my buddy. He's here, and he had here. Let's stick your hand in the frame. Nick. So
So we
Nick,
don't need
Nick,
to
see,
open
here's Nick. So
these.
he gets these 2, I get these 2, and if we were going to randomly create some stupid rando game that was not my own home brew, normally I would make my special home brew of a 60 card deck with all my things that I pulled, and I'd make a really finessed strategic deck. But this is supposed to be for draft play, so you can randomly open these up, mix them up, and you've got a 40 card deck, each of you. 40 for you, 40 for
Got it.
me.
Okay, on
And you
this.
get a quick experience.
So back to
That's
this
what those are
bundle.
for.
Is this bundle going to be the same that you get, then the same I get? I get.
Yes. However, you don't know what randomizing is going to happen in these. These are all random. That's the magic of it. Ha, so to speak. That's the magic of it. Okay.
So
There's
the
also
question is, do I open this? What else comes in this box?
um, these beautiful borderless foil versions of Frodo and Sam and Gollum and the Ring at the cataclysmic moment of Mount Doom. You get extra art cards that you don't get anywhere else unless you're lucky. And the other gorgeous thing that you get is this really, really, really big, beautiful D20. It is iridescent green and floating gold, and it is used to count your life points through an active game from 20 down to 0. Remember, whoever goes to 0 dies. So you want to make sure you live long enough with life points. There's this massive, beautiful collector's die, and there's art cards that are borderless, and it also has um, additional foil versions of all the land, the nice iridescent foil versions of the land. Okay, they're really, really cool. And I tell you what, it's just it's a really nice thing to have as an extra thing. And
So
the
if
bundle,
I just open this starter pack with 2 decks of 60, that's
that's
enough to
perfect
play
to
the
start with.
game. I don't
Yep,
need to open the
it is.
bundle.
Um, well, if you want to open the bundle, you'll have a storage box, you'll have a die counter, and you'll have more art cards. And I'm going to show them to the audience right now. Wait till you see these; they're gorgeous. And you're going to have a nice, beautiful, sturdy storage box. You can put your storage box and have all your cards kept in one place. Holy cow! Wow, look at this. Look at this version. Here's Frodo and Sam, and um, here's Frodo and Gollum in the ring. These are the beautiful iridescent foil borderless art cards that you get in the bundle.
Oh, those don't have a border. The art goes
They
all
don't.
the way to the side.
Yep, the art. This is a different design concept, and they're still playable cards. These are still fully playable cards, but
Is there something special about borderless other than just art?
and yes, there are, and to add to answer you, Otaku Senpai, there are many ways to restore life points. Really useful strategies to get your life points back up if you're lucky before you go down to 0 and die. Um, wow, this is so
All
cool.
right,
I haven't even taken a look at
the
these.
folks at Wizards of the Coast Magic the Gathering sent a pre-release little box,
Yes,
and it just says pre-release. I don't know what's in it. So
I do. I've opened up mine.
don't spoil it. I'm gonna open this pre-release box. You
Yeah.
pull the tab on the side. It's a dangerous business, Frodo, going out of your door. You step into the road, and if you don't keep your feet, there is no knowing where you might be swept off to. I don't think I could have read that any worse or more lackadaisical than that.
That's funny.
So these are perforated,
Uh-huh.
uh, and these are perforated.
Yeah, these are perforated so that you could take them out and use them as tokens. And in the flaps,
What's
there
a
are plus
token?
one. Look,
Okay.
there's plus one, and ring burden tokens. So if you have to add a point of bonus value to one of your cards, you can punch these out and use these as little tokens and add them to the surface of the card. So you know that the strength number printed on the card has been boosted by that numerical value. It's just an easy way to have a visual aid. And there's also burden tokens. And this also has a life counter. There's a 20-sided die. Justin showing off the goods to the audience. It's not the big, oversized, gorgeous, iridescent one that's in the bundle. But yeah, this pre-release has a die counter as well. I'm going to show my friend here. And it also has more unopened draft boosters. These are different boosters.
Are
Okay.
draft boosters better or worse than set boosters?
Draft boosters are used for a certain type of tournament play. The tournament is nobody comes in with their own pre-built 60 cards that they made. You draft random, and you get to draft around the table, and you open these up, and people share them in a big pile in the middle of the table. And then they start going around, and each person picks one and drafts it, and the next person picks one and they draft theirs. And all competitive players in this tournament use these in a very specific way to randomly create a draft experience. That's what these are for.
Okay, so we're not going to open these white decks because that's for a specific type of gameplay where you put two card packs together, and then you start playing. And then we're not going to open these draft boosters because that is a third type of game where you open these up and then everybody chooses from them.
Yeah. Now,
Right?
the
All right.
really, really cool thing, there's a ring card that comes completely separate that isn't available anywhere else. And it's in this pre-release box.
Oh, interesting.
It's the ring.
So
And
this comes
there's other
with
foil version of
building a
Frodo.
pre-release deck. Here's
Yeah.
here's a cheat sheet
Mm-hmm.
on how to build a pre-release deck with some art that says, "But I am the real Strider. Fortunately, I am Aragorn, son of Arathorn, and if by life or death I can save you, I will." So there's a couple cards here. There's the ring
Uh-huh.
that's perforated.
Believe it or not, it is perforated. Yep.
And it says the ring tempts you. As the ring tempts you, you get an emblem named the ring. This is, I don't know, just a cardboard insert. And then I have a foil here called Spiteful Banditry.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, my foil card is Call of the Ring. It's an enchantment.
This
It's
is
a
an
rare
enchantment
foil
as
enchantment.
well.
Yeah.
It's an
Ooh,
enchantment.
look at that. That's cool.
It's a foil card. You can see the rainbows in the light. Spiteful Banditry says when Spiteful Banditry enters the battlefield, it deals X damage to every creature. And X is whatever you roll.
Mm-hmm.
So you roll for damage on every creature. Okay, that's cool. So these draft boosters, is there anything else in here? No.
Look at mine. Let me show the folks. This enchantment that I have is the artwork that is most noticeable as this version of Frodo that they see on the collector's boosters. You know, many times in tonight's broadcast, I have referred to a different type of booster that is not present in front of us. We've seen the regular ones, okay? This is, to show everyone, a regular booster. The regular one, okay? And then there's the draft booster, which is this one, for drafting a tournament format. And then, of course, there's the other weird concept of a jumpstart booster, which is yet a third thing. Okay. And out of all those boosters, the one that's not here at all is the one that looks like this image. It's called the collector's booster. And that's what Matt, Nerd of the Rings, was actually showing in his opening.
And so that's
his big
the answer to
unboxing
your
last
question.
night. Yeah.
Josh Long was wondering what type of packs have the special foils mostly. And
it's called collector's boosters.
It's called collector's boosters.
Yes, and it has this artwork on the cover, which is used for this particular. Now, this is my foil version of an enchantment. See how lovely and shiny it is? It's picking up the iridescence of my LED. And this is at the beginning of your upkeep. The ring tempts you. Whenever you choose a creature as your ring bearer, you may pay 2 life. If you do, draw a card.
So
Intriguing.
So Cliff,
Wow.
when would I use these draft boosters? I would not open them right now, right? I would hold on
you
to
would
this.
you would use the draft boosters if you're going to sit with a bunch of friends and say, "Hey, let's draft random cards and see if we could beat each other on the fly." And therefore, you have to rely on the skill and experience of the player instead of relying on overpowered cards. You get it?
Okay. Yep.
It really is to neutralize players who knock the crap out of everybody at the table with an overpowered constructed deck. If you're doing draft, then it gets neutralized and everybody has to think on their feet and play with whatever they randomly pull out of the deck. Out of the packs. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It does help in that regard. So
all right, chat room. What do we open next?
Interesting formula. It does have an interesting formula for building decks of cards. It's interesting.
Do we open both of these, or is this just redundant to what I've already opened?
The commander deck is just a fully constructed version, like this 60 card and this 60 card, but it's a 100 card pre-constructed deck. The only thing that's different is that it has one big, nice, oversized card, which you're looking at, and that is the Commander foil version of Eowyn, and it's just a nice, big, oversized
Okay,
card.
so don't open the commander deck because it's just a pre-built deck. There's no randomization in it.
Yeah, and actually, it's not
Okay,
oversized. I think it's a regular sized card.
but
Nope.
this has 8 packs in it to open.
Mm-hmm. It does.
So we should open the bundle box because there are packs to open. Chiv Knight,
Yep.
let's get to it. So before I open this, before I open the bundle box, we've already determined that we're not going to open the pre-release brown packs, and we've determined we're not going to open
Because they're draft for drafting a tournament.
and we're not going to open the 20 card jumpstart boosters because that's also a different type of game that you don't just build a deck with. That's just a game. So
Yeah, those
these
jumpstart boosters are an instant game in themselves. An
okay.
instant game in themselves, but
So
they're
it's
random.
all about these boosters. So I'm gonna.
Yep,
Do you have
always.
any of these boosters, Cliff?
I do, yeah. I got plenty of them. Guess what else I got? Look at this. I got a whole massive case. I got a whole
Of
case
these
of boosters.
but not the
Yeah.
special ones with the foils.
Not the
Or
special
no,
collectors.
these have foils, but just not as many.
Not as many. That's right.
Okay,
Now,
let's go full screen. I'm gonna open my first pack, folks. Here we go. The One Ring presents
now you're opening your first
cards
booster?
on stream. I thought this was the
Yes.
stupidest thing during the pandemic when everybody was opening Pokemon cards and you could sell boxes on eBay for like $10,000, and a
Yep.
bunch of YouTubers were just buying unopened boxes of Pokemon cards. But this is kind of thrilling.
It's-
Okay. I feel like I
it's
should be
super
wearing
fun.
gloves, folks, or trimming my nails. Thank you, chat room, for keeping me honest.
Oh dear.
All right, so here we go.
That's funny.
We have our first pack here: Rooftop Storm Enchantment.
Ooh, is that the rare one on top? Look
How
at
do you
whether
tell
it's
if it's
gold,
rare?
it's gold, silver, or black. And remember, if
Where
it's
does it say
red, then it's
it's
mythic
blue,
rare.
but it's blue.
I'm holding up the color code to the screen, and you can see it right now. See? Right here.
It's blue. It's the third one.
Okay, that's an uncommon.
Yeah,
That tells you it's
so nothing
uncommon.
special. Nothing really special. Pippin's Bravery has a little bit of a rainbow foil. You
Oh,
can
it's a
see
foil
the
version.
difference.
Yeah,
Look
if
at
it's
that,
shiny,
folks.
it's iridescent foil. Yeah.
See, side by side. There you go. You can see the foil really stands out. You can see the rainbow effects of the foil versus a non-foil. So Pippin's Bravery is a foil, black ring. Aragorn Company Leader. Oh, look at that! In a boat on the River Anduin, right? Is that the river he's on?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's cool.
That is not a foil. Um, Mirkwood Bats. Nothing special. Fear, Fire Foes, Sorcery. Foray of Orcs. Butterbur, Bryn, Innkeeper. He was in my starter deck. Rosy Cotton of South Lane. Peregrine Took, I've seen that card. Nimble Hobbit. East Farthing Farmer. East Mark Cavalier. And a Swamp. And what is this art series? It says Lord of the Rings, Tales of Middle-earth art series, 18 out of 81. Folks, check this out. Looks like
Did you get a borderless art card that's part of a big bracket?
Are those
Like a bigger portrait?
I don't know. 18 out of 81, folks. The Mouth of Sauron by Alex Brock. We're going to reveal it right now.
Ooh.
It is a gloss. It is not a foil, but it is a gloss. You can see the gloss right in the shine. And
Oh, that's
again,
an
this
art
is
card.
the Mouth of Sauron. Josh says, I
That's
believe
cool.
this one card helps form a larger art picture. So I should keep this off to the side, right?
Yeah,
Because it's
that's not a playable card.
It's
That's
not
not a playable card. It's an art card. Yeah.
It's an art card, and it says right there, 18 out of 81. So I have the Mouth of Sauron, Mouth of the Mississippi. There you go. I'm going to keep this off to the side. So we have an art card. Cliff, I guess that's a special card. Otaku Senpai says Justin is lucky. That was my first pack I've ever opened ever. That was my first opening of any pack, and I got a rare art card and a
Yes,
foil Pippin's Bravery. Cliff,
that's
that's
nice.
exciting.
Out of all those cards you have, which one is the rare? I mean, you know that they're black, blue, silver, and gold.
I
Did you
don't
get
know
one
what I'm
that's
looking at. What am I supposed to be looking at?
in the very center of the card where it has the
Yeah.
name
All
of
right.
what type?
It's black.
And there's a symbol on the far right margin of that
Right.
center line. Look for something that's
Blue.
gold. You should have at least one gold in that whole pack. You got to find the gold one.
No, there's no gold. Oh wait, yeah,
Yeah,
there
you
is.
got one.
Let Aragorn Company leader.
Oh, then you got a rare Aragorn. Let's show the folks. Let's show the folks at home what your rare Aragorn looks like.
That's the one on the
Oh,
River Anduin. I
oh,
showed
that's the
this
River
off.
Anduin. Is the
Yeah,
rare
yeah.
one?
Okay.
Okay, let's
Folks.
read it. Please read that card to me. I want to see what that card
Okay,
does.
okay, okay.
I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued by what it does.
Whenever the ring tempts you, if you choose a creature other than Aragorn, company leader as your ring bearer, put your choice of a counter from among First Strike, Vigilance, Death Touch, and Lifelink on Aragorn. Whenever you put one or more
Ooh,
counters on Aragorn, put one of each of those kinds of counters up to the other on the target creature. I have no idea what any of that means.
wow.
I
Well,
don't know what any of
it
it.
does a lot of things. Let me just tell you, it does a lot of different possible things in the game, and it's very cool. That's a really cool
Well,
card.
Cliff, do you have
Wow.
a pack? It's
Yeah.
your turn.
Let me open up a pack now.
All
I'm
right,
so
folks.
dying to do this. Gosh, this is so cool. How much was
Is
I'm
there a
I'm
price? I don't know if
so
anyone's checking
excited.
card values. Is there a value to the art cards yet? I've got 18 out of 81.
Ooh, I wonder if there's a value.
I don't think any of the cards I've shown you, other than that art card, is worth anything, right? It's got to be a foil. It got to be like a gold and a foil, right? That's what we're thinking.
No, I mean, I don't know.
Two
Actually, some
dollars
of them
for the
might
art card. Yeah, it's not worth anything.
$2. Oh my goodness.
Are you opening your
Okay.
pack? Because I'm ready to open another
Yeah.
one.
Oh yeah, here we go. I got mine right here. I just wanted to
All right,
see. I've got a whole stack of them. I've got one, two,
just choose a
six,
pack and open it.
eight. Wow, I got more packs here than I thought I had. So let's open up a random pack. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm opening up my first
Aragorn is
special.
$2 to $5 right now.
Ooh,
What?
this is cool.
What? Aragorn Company Leader is $2 to $5. Wow. All right.
I got an art card as well, and it looks like an image of. Oh, it's beautiful. This is Samwise carrying poor Frodo on the slopes of Orodruin, Mount Doom.
Who's the artist? What number? What number and who's artist?
It is Samwise the Stout-Hearted. The artist's name is Marco Manev, and this is number 39 out of 81. 39 out of 81. How beautiful is this? Wow, I got an art card too. I didn't expect that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, Secret Lair. Ooh, I got a Secret Lair card. This is Secret Lair on the back. All right. It's a food artifact, but it's not food for hobbits. This is Shelob having poor Frodo wrapped up in spider gloss.
Wait,
So,
secret. What's a secret layer?
well, on the back of it, it says, it's just on the back of it, it says, uncover the worst kept secret in magic. And it's just an invitation on the back. It's an advertisement on the back of the card. But this is meant to be used as a food token in active play. And look at, ooh, I got a shiny foil Brandywine Farmer. An iridescent shiny. Do you know who my rare card is? I can't believe him. I can't believe I just pulled Tom Bombadil. I got Tom Bombadil. Oh, no way. This is so freaking cool. I just got Tom Bombadil. Look at what it costs to spend him. It costs white, blue, red, black, green, all of them. It costs one of each. This is a
Nerd of the
legendary
Rings is
creature.
freaking out in the chat room, Cliff.
I cannot believe I got Tom Bombadil right here. and it says, do you know what type he is? He's a god bard. All right. He's referenced as legendary creature, god bard. What a combination of words.
Wait,
He's a
you
god and
cannot
he's a
say that.
bard.
Chat room, Cliff
Oh
did not
no.
totally won the night yet. I have not even opened a second pack.
Look at this. This is amazing. He's a 4 strength, 4 defense creature, and he's got lots and lots of abilities that tap into something called a saga. As long as there are 4 or more lore counters among sagas you control, Tom Bombadil has hexproof and is indestructible. He's indestructible. No Balrog could touch him. No Sauron card could touch him. No
Get
evil
out.
Witch King can. He is indestructible if you meet the demands of having tokens on your sagas. This is wild. This is unbelievable. Oh my gosh, I got the rare Tom Bombadil. I'm going crazy. How did this happen? Okay, this is kind of crazy. Here's an
I
avatar
have to
wizard.
beat you now. Nerd of the Rings, how dare you give Cliff the win?
Look at this. Look at this. This is Gandalf, Westward Voyager, and if I'm not mistaken, this is like a rare as well with a different symbol on it. He's a 5/5 strength creature. I'm in love with these cards. Here's a borderless Pippin's Bravery. Here's a borderless, and I think this builds into another full set of art cards that make a tableau. Wow. And here's my uncommon Faramir. Here's legendary creature Faramir, Field Commander. He's one of the
You
uncommon
just
cards.
pulled all these legendaries. Wow.
Oh
Duran in the chat
boy,
room
I'm
says,
doing really
I
good.
wonder how tough
This
it
is
is
so
to get
good.
the other 4 lore cards. Wait, so is Tom Bombadil is a lore card? Is that what you said?
No, no, he's not. Oh, and I got a standard land, an island. I got an island. No, he's not a lore card. He's a creature. He's a regular
What was
guy.
a lore card? What's Duran the Seventh in the chat room referencing?
Card. For saga tokens. I need for him to work. I need 4 counters on sagas that I control for Tom Bombadil to do his ability. And I don't even know what sagas are yet, but I'm going to find out pretty soon, I'm sure.
All right, my turn.
Okay, it's your turn to open one. Wow. I can't believe this. I got Tom.
All right,
This
here we
is
go.
so cute.
Hey guys, is there a proper way to open card packs? I'm just pulling off the side. Am I supposed to could this damage a card? Like, guys, tell me if I'm doing things wrong, please. Please, I'm just an ugly newbie to this. All right, let's do this. Should I be wearing gloves? I don't know.
Should I be wearing
Cliff,
gloves?
I
No.
got Smaug. Legendary
You got a
creature,
Smaug card?
Smaug.
Wow.
Flying
That's so cool.
and haste. When this creature dies, create 14 treasure tokens.
Whoa, that is super cool.
14 treasure tokens. Cast it into the fire. Instant. Choose one. Cast into the fire deals 1 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures, or it exiles a target artifact. Ooh, that's a nice foil. Look at that, folks.
That's
Cast it into the
gorgeous.
fire. It's a beautiful
Look at that.
foil. See that? Look at that. We like foils. Delighted
too.
Halfling. Gothmog. Morgul Lieutenant. Ooh, look at this guy.
Ooh.
That looks a lot better than Peter Jackson's Gothmog.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Josh Long says, I will trade any Tom Bombadil card for any Balrog.
I'm so thrilled to have a Tom Bombadil
I got a
card
second
just out of nowhere.
Gothmog. Folks, that is 2 Gothmogs in this pack. Look at that.
Yep.
Morgul Lieutenant. So each of these cards does something different?
No, you can have multiple copies of cards, up to 4 copies of anything in any standard deck.
But
However,
that's not a copy.
if
They're 2 different cards.
yeah, if it says legendary anywhere on the title of it, you cannot have multiple legendaries of the same character at the same time.
Got it.
So you can't have 2 Gandalfs or 2 Golems at the same time.
We got Uruk-hai Captain, Book of Mazarbul, Horses of Bruinen, Oh, those
Mazarbul.
are those are the water horses. Ant Draught Basin. I got an Oliphant. Mirkwood Spider. Mirkwood Bats. Foil Forest, folks. Look at that. Nice, beautiful. What's the difference between a foil forest? Or a foil card and a. Uh,
It's just the shiny iridescent background. That's the only difference.
all right, folks,
Foils
and then
are more
here's
rare
another
and they're
art.
prettier.
Here's another art series. This is Sauron the Necromancer, number 42 of 81. Are you ready for this?
Wow.
Signature edition. Dude, I just got a signature Sauron card.
Does anybody in the chat know if the Tom Bombadil card is worth anything already? Are there price points, or is there ransom? Is someone going to ransom kidnapping poor Tom Bombadil? What's the ransom? I
Is
want to know.
our Wait, this first art card I got was not autographed, Cliff. This one,
It
this
looks like it's
Sauron
autographed.
card has a gold foil. You can see that gold foil autograph
Yeah.
by Anato Finstark. Seamus
Oh,
Tate says OMFG Anato art card. He says their Patreon is amazing. Well, there you go. My second pack ever opening. I got a
thank you,
foil art
Wheat Bix.
card. So, all right, cool. Cliff, you want to go next?
Wheat Bix says that Tom Bombadil is already worth up to $8.
All
This
right,
single
open your
Tom
pack.
Bombadil is worth up to $8. Okay, I'm so excited by this. I don't even know what to do.
We're just
Open up another
opening
pack.
packs.
Okay, here you go. Here's another one, folks. I'm gonna do this real quick. Hear that fun sound? Boy, that's a familiar sound for Magic players. Okay, do you want to start with the art card first? Oh, you do yours as the last one, don't you?
I do my
Hmm.
yeah. I like the art card reveal.
Okay.
It's a fun.
Ooh, okay. Wow. This is a spirit. It's just called Spirit.
Cliff,
Look
I
at
am
that. It
in
has
the I am
minimal
in the
text.
lead, folks. According to Chiv Knight, this autograph art card is worth $16. I currently have the
Wow.
highest value card of the night. Continue,
Because
Cliff.
it's signed. It's signed. Okay. This is beautiful. There's a spirit card which has minimal text and multiple graphics. So it's an unusual format card. There's a soothing of Smeagol. Look at that shiny foil version of this beautiful blue card called
Well, while you're
The
showing off
Soothing
the
of
cards,
Smeagol.
let me
Uh-oh,
ask you
here's
this,
a
Cliff.
rare one. I've
Can I
got
just
Barad-dûr. Whoa, I got Barad-dûr. Here's my rare card, dudes. The
can I
Evil
just
Dark
put all
Tower.
of these packs that I'm opening just in a pile? Is that the appropriate use of booster packs? Just put them all in a pile.
Um, yeah, you usually separate common, uncommon, and rare if you want.
Okay, I don't know if I want to do that. I just want to separate the Nazgul and the art cards.
Whoa.
All right,
This
keep going.
This Barad-dûr card, I'm reading it out loud. It says that I can use it to amass orcs. It's not just a regular land to tap it to create a color of black mana for black cards, but I can use it to generate orcs. The more I use this, the more orcs I can amass. Wow, what a useful and rare card. Ooh, Lash of the Balrog. Whoa, look at this. Lash of the Balrog. It's a borderless art card which shows the fiery whip of the Balrog himself. And it's really cool. That's neat. There's a saga. I got my first saga. I've never seen one. This is my first
So
saga.
you need 4 of those to play Tom Bombadil?
Uh-huh. I need counters. I need to have A, the cards actively in play. B, I need to have tokens, potentially tokens stored on these sagas to make them viable for Tom Bombadil to be in play. Wow. And this is actually called the Book of Mazarbul. As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter. Oh, so I get to add lore counters to these. So if you're going to play Tom Bombadil properly, I would only be able to use him if I purposely stacked a bunch of these sagas and I knew they were in my deck construction, and I knew I was going to get copies of them out into play. Oh, here's Denethor. Oh, wow,
See,
there's
I
Denethor.
got that same book, but I had no idea if it was
Oh, an
special.
Old Man Willow. Ooh, Old Man Willow. That's an interesting card. It's a hybrid of white and green. Excuse me, it's a hybrid of black and green. That's very interesting. Horses of the Bruinen. This recreates the horses and their shape in the river
Yeah, I
when it
got that
flooded the
one.
Nazgul away. You did get this one? Here's an Ent draft. Ooh, it's an uncommon card, an Ent draft.
People,
Ooh,
if
there's
you
all my
want to know what
uncommons.
how to look up
Dire
values,
Scarecrow.
tcgplayer.com has current pricing
And
for.
here's my art card. This is also not signed. It's a beautiful, beautiful design, though, from Yid. Excuse me if I pronounce your name wrong. Yijit Koroglu has given me this beautiful Nazgul.
What number
This
is
is
it?
it is number 53 out of 81.
All right, very good.
Wow. And here's the most interesting island of all. It's an island that is just a map of Middle Earth, including the island right outside of Minas Tirith in the Bay of Belfalas. It includes that island right down there. But this is a beautiful map. This
Sweet.
is interesting design, really interesting design.
All right,
Wow.
my turn. Let's do this. All right, folks. Am I supposed to use a knife to cut open the top of these? How do you guys do this without messing up the corner? Um,
I've got a lot of uncommon cards in that deck. A lot.
uh, yeah, I'm afraid of like hitting the corner. All right, folks. Here we go. Here we go. Gaia's Embrace. This doesn't look
Gaia's?
Lord of the Rings.
Is that Gaia's Embrace?
This is the pack, right? This is a Lord of the Rings set booster. It says
Yeah.
Gaia's Embrace. Cliff, what is this?
Well, that's a reference to old school Magic the Gathering. Look at the symbol. In the symbol in the center, is it a ring or is it a different symbol from another deck of cards?
It's a different symbol.
Yeah, that's from a previous deck of Magic cards from the past. That is from a previous set. That is not specifically a Lord of the Rings card.
All
That's
right.
interesting. You got a weird random Magic card from a previous set. Boy, is
Filler. I
that
got a
weird.
filler. All right, I got the Horses of Bruinen, but it's a foil card this time, folks. This is my second Horses of Bruinen, but it's a foil this time. I got Glowing Dwarf Emissary, folks. This is looking good. Here we go. Sauron the Necromancer, Legendary Avatar Horror. Whenever Sauron the Necromancer attacks, exile target creature card from your graveyard.
Ooh, okay.
The Grey Havens, Cliff. The Grey Havens.
Oh, you got the Grey Havens?
What's Scry 1?
Scry is to look at the top of your deck, so you can look and predict what cards are coming in the future
Bill
for
the
your future
Pony.
turn.
There he is, folks.
Oh, you got Bill the
I
Pony.
got Bill the Pony. I am putting him off to the side because I love Bill the Pony. Stu the
You
Conies.
got Bill the Pony. That is so cool.
Stu the Conies. Shire Sheriff. Enraged Horn.
Oh,
Sam's Desperate Rescue.
Seamus says that the old cards are like a 1/3 chance to pull, and they are part of this set. They're playable. They're still playable cards as part of a Magic game, including these Lord of the Rings cards.
Now for Ruin Sorcery. Took Reaper. A foil planes. Look at that beautiful foil planes.
That is lovely. That's nice.
And folks, here we are, number 74 of 81. 74 of 81. Realm Seekers by Alexander Gehring. Realm Seekers, 74 of 81. Look at that, folks.
Is it signed? Oh, that's beautiful.
Look at that.
Wow.
I believe this is the Hobbits coming to Rivendell.
So cool. That's really nice.
I don't know what it is. It says Realm Seekers. This is a great looking piece. Seamus in the chat room says stunning. Wheatbix says that's a great looking piece. Seamus
That's
asks,
lovely.
is that Woodhall? I don't know what Woodhall is.
Woodhall is a section of the forest in the Shire before that where they are on their way out of the Shire, and um, it's really
These
a
are
lovely little place.
these are
It's
obviously halflings with tall
I think
people.
Woodhall. Oh, I was thinking Woody End. I'm sorry, Seamus, forgive me. I was thinking you were talking about the Woody End in the Shire. Um,
Anyway,
no.
all right, Cliff, your turn.
Okay, let's open up this next one. Uh, okay. Whoa, it's calling my name. This one is calling my name, and I don't know why. But let's see what happens. You just tear it right open. Uh-oh. Wow. Whoa. Okay. Okay. Let's do this. Here is a Magic mini game. Whoa. A completely separate card insert, which is neither playable card nor reference. It's a new thing entirely, which is here's a new game design. It is meant for 2 players. It requires opening up 3 packs of cards, and you can play this objective in 10 minutes. This is a remarkable mini game that they created. I've never seen this before. Highly unusual. It encourages the players to just sit down, open up some random packs, and have very specific cards and things to make an end goal happen. A unique mini game. Now here's this is a beautiful blue foil Grey Havens Navigator.
Oh, you got a
And
Grey Havens too.
Grey Havens Navigator. Did you get the regular Grey Havens? This is a creature, an elf pilot. Ooh, very nice. I have the perfect complement to go with Tom Bombadil. You're not going to believe it. It's Goldberry, the River Daughter. I got Goldberry to go with Tom. This is so cool. You're not going to believe this, guys. I got the ultimate Tom Bombadil Goldberry double fixation. She is a legendary creature listed as a nymph. Okay. They name her as a nymph type. Wow. She's the rare card. It's beautiful. I love it. Look what I've got. I've got the River Daughter and old Tom. Hey,
We
doll, Mary
we
doll,
stand
ring
for
a dong
Goldberry.
dillo. No, it's time to sing now. Hey, doll, Mary doll, ring a dong dillo. Come on, everybody. You know the song.
I
This is really
I
cool.
sure
All
hope
right, now
that
what's
rumor
next? Ooh,
about Tom
Mirkwood
Bombadil in
Bats.
Rings of Power season 2 is true. I really, really want him in the show.
I got the same copy of you as Grey Havens as well. And here's Glorfindel as an uncommon
Not
card. Here's
in Peter
Glorfindel.
Jackson's movies.
Never shows up in any adaptation. Here's my first Arwen. Here's my first Arwen. Beautiful. I got my very first Arwen.
You know, a bunch of you tagged Kelly M. Rice on Twitter for looking like
Wow.
Arwen in these cards. And I have to agree, Cliff, Arwen in these cards looks like Kelly Rice, Happy Hobbit.
Yeah, she does. And here's my art card at the very end. I went through a bunch of other common cards. The most interesting ones include Haradrim Spearmaster. He's a red card. I would use
Ooh, that's
mountains
fun.
to play him. And also a Rohirrim Lancer. So
Also
people
red.
from, yeah, also red cards, but with different powers and different abilities, really distinct. This one is much more expensive and has more power. This one. Okay. And oh, this is interesting. When the Rohirrim Lancer dies, the ring tempts you.
All right. And then you had an art card?
At the very bottom, there's an art card which is number 47 out of 81. It's by artist Dominic Mayer. And this is Frodo Baggins. Oh, whoa. Whoa. It's Frodo at the moment where he takes the ring and is fully tempted by it. And behind him is the shadow of Sauron in the silhouette, standing up far behind him. But this is the crucial moment when Frodo claimed the ring. Wow. That's so cool. Wow, these art cards are an interesting addition because they're not the usual that they had in previous Magic decks. So it's really cool to have these. Really
All right,
is.
my turn? My turn.
Yeah, it is.
All right, here we go, folks. This is booster pack number 4. This is my 4th booster pack ever opening. I've never played Magic. I've never played any of these. Um, Hello, James Hewitt. Better late than never. We are just
Oh,
opening
wow.
Magic the Gathering Lord of the Rings cards, which releases this week. And we have gotten some wonderful cards. Cliff, I have a weird card that says Orc Army, but there's no stats on it.
The orc army comes out and you use tokens that you stick on top of that, like, glass beads or pennies or just tokens, and you keep adding on to that to have more and more of those orcs amassed. And you can use them to represent as if they were real cards instead, and they represent powerful creatures that you can use to fight against your friend. I mean, your opponent, who I hope is your friend. They can be mutually different, I guess. But yes, that's what that's for.
Knights of Dol Amroth. This is a borderless card, and I believe is part of a whole scene.
Um,
Um, at That's interesting. Stern Scolding. Fool of a Took. I got the Fool of
really?
a Took
Ooh,
card.
Fool of a Took. Oh, that sounds really cool.
You cannot pass. Oh man, I'm getting all the quotes in this pack. Um, wait. I should hold off those art cards or this card because it's a part of a whole scene. The borderless, lost to a legend, quarrels end, banished from Edoras. Ooh, that's interesting. Bewitching Leechcraft, Swarming of Moria. I think it's Battle of Pelennor Fields for sure. War Beast of Gorgoroth. Man, that is a beast of a thing. And then I got a swamp. Hey, this is my first swamp card. My first land swamp. And then, folks, we have number 3 of 81. Here we go, folks. The reveal. 3 of 81. Gandalf the White by Majali Villeneuve. Gandalf the White
Wow,
with the
that's
Tree of
amazing.
Gondor behind him.
Wow, that's amazing.
That is a beautiful glossy art card. It is a beautiful card. All right, Cliff, you got a couple more packs?
Yes, I do. Let me do this one next. Right here. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, everybody. This is nothing awkward about the way I'm opening up my packs at all. Don't even say that. Don't even say that. Ooh, it's a tentacle. It's just a big tentacle from the Watcher in the Water. And this is unusual because instead of the card actually saying, oh, look, it's that creature, the Watcher in the Water, it just says, and I mean, don't talk to me about hentai or any of that stuff in Japanese animations. There are tentacles here in Middle Earth. And it is a token. This is a token, not a real card, and you can use it to stack tokens. Okay, whoa. Foil. My foil card is a Morgul knife wound. Poor Frodo with a knife wound. An enchantment. To enchant, the creature gets -3, -0. Oh dear. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile this creature unless you pay 2 life. Uh-oh. That's a beautiful, shiny, dark card. And then, here's my rare. It is a rare version called Frodo Sauron's Bane. Legendary creature. So there's not just one, there's probably 27 different versions of Frodo, and they all have a subtitle. So this is Frodo Sauron's Bane, and it's my rare card. Legendary creature, halfling citizen. Whoa. Whoa, okay. He has scout abilities. He has abilities as a citizen, and a bunch of different mana things that I would have to spend to turn Frodo into a scout. I don't know yet what these intriguing card abilities are, but this is a rare card. Uh, it says this is a game killer. He has the power to kill the game. Look at this. It says whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. period, outright, if the ring has tempted you 4 or more times during the game. Otherwise, the ring tempts you. Wow. So if I've been tempted by the ring enough times, then I can have a card version of Frodo that can go and attack someone and instantly kill and win the game for me instantly, depending upon how many times I've been tempted by the ring. What an interesting, powerful ability. Very weird and interesting. A borderless Pippin's Bravery. Did you guys could see this before? Did you pull a Pippin's Bravery before?
Oh, I
Did you
believe
see
that's
one?
part of the
It's
Pelennor
part of that.
Fields.
It is. It's part of the Pelennor Fields massive art scene. This is so cool. I love it. It's beautiful. And that's my borderless card. And then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 uncommon cards. That's a lot. Ooh, Saruman's Trickery. An instant trickery from Saruman. Ooh. Counter target spell. Ooh, and here is, for the first time ever, Saruman the White comes out.
Hey,
This
that's
is
our
the first time I've
Saruman,
seen him.
Yeah.
Yeah, first time I've pulled him. Whoa, it's my first Saruman, dude. Whoa, he's a 4/4 guy. A really interesting creature. Oh, and Grisnak, the brash instigator. Grisnak is a
You
character
have
in
a
the
lot of
book.
red cards. I haven't got a lot of red cards today at
I
all.
love playing with mountains. Oh, Golem's Bite. Uh-oh, Golem's Bite gives your target creature a -2/-2 until the end of the turn.
I feel like I don't have the red is my least numbered color.
I think this is really cool. My last uncommon card is a red-blue combination called Gandalf's Sanction. Red-blue combo effect. I'd have to use red and blue land to be able to play this. I'd have to have red and blue land out on the table. Gandalf's Sanction will deal X damage to target creature, where X is the number of instant and sorcery cards in your graveyard. That's an interesting effect. So the more cards I've used early in the game, then very late in the game, this becomes much more powerful, depending on how much is in my graveyard. Oh, and down here, there's some beautiful common cards and a land, Orcish Medicine. Oh no, don't make the poor hobbits do that. That's terrible, terrible Orcish Medicine.
Question to the chat room: are all of the borderless cards part of a bigger scene?
Yep.
Every
Most
borderless
I think so.
card is part of a bigger scene.
Yeah, I think they are. In general, yes. And here's my big art reveal. This is Elrond, Lord of Rivendell by Anato Finstark. It's number 40 out of 81. And this is a really badass, rather creepy, very moody image of Elrond.
Yeah, really.
What vibes? What vibes from this version of Elrond?
Is that
That's
like a
so cool.
halfling? He's like
He's like, do not tempt me, Frodo, in his own Elrond way, I guess.
wow.
Okay. What a great pack. I got
That was a good pack, yeah.
I got Saruman, and I also got a super powerful Frodo version, which has a game sync ability to completely sync the entire game. It's just and Saruman as well. Wow.
SYNC or SINK?
Sync. What?
Sync.
SYNC?
Yeah.
Yeah, I meant SYNC.
Or sync as in SINK, sync the game.
Oh, I meant to sink as in K. I mean, sink it like a stone on the bottom of the river. Just
Okay.
I mean, it's a kill switch. The game is automatically over, and I would win the game automatically if I had been tempted by the ring 4 times. Yeah.
Foil Grond the Gatekeeper. Grond. I got Grond.
Ooh, Grand. That's cool.
Yeah, I like Grond. It's going in the special. I got my Goldberry.
Ooh.
Oliphant.
You got a Goldberry too? Nice.
Oliphant borderless. Long list of Ents. Entish Restoration. Quick Beam the Ent.
You pulled a quick beam. No way you pulled a quick beam. I should have pulled that. You
There he
son of
is.
a gun.
There he is.
You son of a gun! I should have had that one.
I'm gonna put him right next to Bill the Pony, and next time I see you, Cliff, you can have my quick beam.
Yay! Well, I'm sure I will open up more packs and open up a quick beam sometime soon.
Another Orc, Easterling Vanguard, Haradrim Spearmaster. You got one of those. Ithilian Kingfisher bird creature. Dunland Crabane. Ooh, that's interesting.
Crabine from Dunland.
Basic forest. And then here we go. The last of all the cards, Cliff. Here it is. 81 of 81. This is it. The final card in the complete art series set. This is Tree Folk by Audrey Benjaminson. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh, man. Look at that. Tree Folk by Audrey Benjaminson.
Wow, that's super cool.
81 of 81. That is really nice. That is really nice. Cliff, I've got 3 packs left. What are you looking like?
I have 4 packs left. Can I open up my next one? Okay. Here's my next one right here. Right on the top, here's a different magic card from a previous set, and it's a rare enchantment called In the Web of War. Wow, I got a nice old-fashioned original magic card from previous set, and it's a rare one. This is cool. Here's my foil called Shadow Summoning. Look at that. Shadow Summoning. It does create 2 tapped 1/1 white spirit creature tokens. You know what? I have another card I showed you earlier with spirit creature. So this can summon them. I can use this to summon spirits. Ooh, that could be cool. Oh, here you go. My first Aragorn. Legendary creature. This is Aragorn, Company Leader. This is my rare card in this set.
Oh, yeah, I got that one earlier. That's cool.
You did? You got Company Leader? Oh, man, this is so cool. Ooh, I got the Grey Havens borderless art card. It's a legendary land. It's really cool. This must be part of a big Grey Havens.
Yeah, the Grey Havens must have a whole thing.
Yeah, they do. That's uncommon. Here's the Council's Deliberation, another instant, which is an uncommon. It lets me draw a card, instantly draw cards. And, the Stone of Erech. Whoa. This legendary artifact was left out of all the movie versions of Lord of the Rings. It is where Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli come out of the paths of the dead, and they're being followed by the spirits of the dead. Remember? And they come out at the Stone of Erech, and they make the Oathbreakers. Aragorn confronts the Oathbreakers and the spirits and makes them swear, again, loyalty to Gondor and to him. The Bath Song. Here's my second saga. If I get enough of these sagas, I'm going to be able to play Tom Bombadil, and it'll be great.
Here's my sagas. Right?
Yeah, well, here's my next one. It's the Bath Song. Ooh, here's a big troll. I got a big troll coming to get you. More red cards. You didn't get any red cards, did you?
Not much.
No? Okay. And then here's a forest. This is nice. Look at this forest. It's not a foil, but it is a nice map of Mirkwood. And my art card here is number 68 out of 81. It's called Marshall's Anthem by Arion Makuo. Whoa, the Marshall's Anthem. That's super cool.
Oh, wow. Wow. Wow.
Isn't that neat?
That is, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
man,
these art cards, they're super cool. I love this. This is great. All right, you're next.
All right, folks. Pack number 6. I've never opened packs. The fact that Nerd of the Rings bought those. What are those commander decks? No, what is those special decks? Those enhanced boosters?
They're called collectors. The collector's boosters are the ones that have all the fancy schmancy.
Collector's booster. All right, folks, we got one of those weird mini game cards, Magic mini game called Battle of the Hornburg.
Oh, I got that one in my last pack.
All
Yes,
right, so
the
you
mini
got
game.
that. You,
That's
you got
cool.
that mini game. Morgul knife wound. Is that a foil? Oh boy, look at that. Yeah, you can look at that rainbow. Morgul knife wound foil. Arwen Mortal Queen.
Ooh, Arwen. Nice.
Gollum Patient Plotter. This is a shot taken right out of Peter Jackson's movies. I mean, that's pretty much the same exact shot uh, that we
Oh,
first
yeah.
see Gollum in Fellowship of the Ring.
Very familiar, isn't it?
Landreval, Horizon Witness, and Eagle. Uh, Manildor, Swift Saber. Wait, hold on. They've named the Great Eagles, folks. Guathier, the Windlord. Guahir, sorry. I've got 3 of the Great Eagles, folks.
You
Rohirrim
do?
Lancer.
Wow.
Another Relentless Rohirrim. Rally at the Hornburg. Deceive the Messenger. Treason of Isengard. A Swamp. And then, folks, here is number 33 of 81. I think that Gollum is alt art. What, the Peter Jackson Gollum? All right, this is Aragorn and Arwen wed by Magali Villeneuve. And this is, of course, the artwork that was previewed all those weeks ago. That attracted a lot of conversation on the internet, but whatever. But the cool thing here, Cliff, I was hoping to
Yeah.
get all the Nazgul, but I've got 3 of the Great Eagles. Do we know how many Great Eagles there are?
Um, well, no, we don't. We don't know how many they are, and there might be additional named eagles that the game company will name as additional. Hmm. $90 for one pack. John McClain says it's $90 for one pack of those collectors. Um,
Collector
well,
sets?
no, I mean, you buy a whole case of them for $500. You
Yeah.
see this? These are set boosters, and I believe that there's 25 in here. 30. There's 30. There are 30 boosters. So I open up this, and I've got 30 more of these.
But
30
they're
more.
not the collector cards,
But
so
they're not. The
it's not.
collector's boosters have,
Yeah.
for $500, it's a case of 20. A case of 20 at $500 each. So if you guys do the math and I think subtract, I mean, divide 500 by 20, you'll see how much they would be singly. Is it time for me to open my next pack?
And then these deluxe boxes or bundle boxes
Mm-hmm.
include 8 packs. Eight
Eight.
eight of these booster
Yep.
packs are in this box. I haven't opened this box, but the bundle boxes include 8 of these and 20 traditional foils.
Nice. Okay, here's my next one. Oh, more food. More food tokens. Gotta have some good hobbity food. And
Morphid?
here's a foil version of the Peregrine that we've seen regular. We did see the regular Peregrine took. I got that in my starter deck, and he had to die against the Balrog.
All right,
At
keep
least
going.
in the game earlier. Here's my nice foil. Uh-oh. Glamdring. My rare card is Glamdring. It makes a huge appearance. It's super rare, and it's powerful enough to get the job done. Ooh, oh, hey, look at this. You see this Elrond, Lord of Rivendell? This features that art card version that I showed you in my
Oh yeah,
last
yeah,
pack.
yeah.
Yeah. So here's my uncommon Elrond. I think Morfydd Clark will be happy. Morfydd Clark will be happy to know that we found Celeborn. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. We found her missing husband. And also, ooh, I've never seen this before. It's the Mirror of Galadriel. Wow, what an interesting artifact. The Mirror of Galadriel. That's my uncommon card, followed by Legolas. His subtitle is pretty cool. Legolas, Counter of Kills. That's funny. Legolas, Counter of Kills. He's really counting them up. And then a bunch of common cards: Rally at the Hard Hornburg, Quarrel's End, Banish from Edoras, Protector of Gondor, Errand Rider, and a Mountain. Here's Mountains, a red card to produce red mana.
Yes, the collector's packs, which were the collector boosters, which we are not opening today,
Yep.
get at least 6 rare or higher per
Oh,
pack.
I thought it was 4, at least 4 rare or higher, but it's 6 or rare
Yes.
more?
So
Okay, so that's 6 out of
half of
20 are
each
rare.
pack, half of
Yeah,
each collector pack is rare or better.
6 out of 20, that's close to half. Yes.
Oh, well, I thought it was 12.
No, no, it's
Because
20.
these boosters have 12.
These boosters are 15, and the
No,
collector's boosters are 20.
no, these boosters are 12.
Let me count.
Cliff,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I'm
7,
like
8,
it says
12,
right
13.
there.
Yeah, it's 14. I've got 14 in mine. If I'm
It says
counting
on the pack. Look at the trash that is on your floor. It says 12 cards.
it does. Yeah, but I've gotten more. I just opened up this and I've got 1, 2,
12.
3,
There's
4,
supposed to be
6,
12
7,
cards.
8,
It
10,
says on
11,
the pack
12.
how many.
I've got 13 cards and an art card. So that's a total of 14 in this pack.
All right.
Okay? And it does say 12 cards. Here's the one with Tom Bombadil. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
All right, I'm
7,
going to
8,
open mine.
9, 10, 11, 12. I got 13 cards and an art card. So it might say 12, but they're really distributing a baker's dozen. We're really
Someone
getting
in
a
the
baker's
chat
dozen
room
in each one.
Someone in the
Sorry.
chat room said that Elrond card that Cliff pulled was an alt art card, and I want to prove that true because if you look at all of these borders around here, they all
Yeah.
have basically a solid black border. But if I go through my deck, which is mostly black border cards, you get to these cards which are borderless and have a ring around it. See that
Yeah, that's
ring
right.
thing?
Is the
So
alt art.
this is the alt art. So I've got an alt art Sauron, and going back to that Gollum from Peter Jackson's movie, that is definitely 100% an alt art card inspired by Peter Jackson. So I've got 2 alt
Wow.
art cards.
That's super
So
cool.
there you go.
And well, this is pretty surprising that I'm getting a baker's dozen out of every pack I open.
Yeah, you get 12 cards, a token, and an art card.
Okay. Excellent.
All right, folks, here we go. Old Magic card. We hates it. Throw that away. Tale of Tenuvial, a saga card.
A foil saga. What's it called?
Tale of Tenuvial.
Gorgeous. Love that.
As this saga enters, and after your draw step, add a lore counter.
Yes.
All right, so there we go. We've got that's a fun one. We'll put that right there. I got a Glamdring as well, Cliff. Ring.
Ooh, Glamdring is another rare.
Many Partings, part of the big borderless card, I think. Yeah, it's a borderless Many Partings. Gollum, Patient Plotter. Yeah, okay. Look, folks.
Nice.
There's the original card, and then here is the alt card. So there you go. Gollum, Patient Plotter. Both versions of the art. And you see the alt version has the ring around it. So that's cool. Let's put that on top.
Nice. That's super cool.
Yeah.
Boy, is that
Samwise
super
the
cool.
Stout-Hearted. Another Tale of Tenuvial, but this time not a foil. Cliff, do foils have extra in play, or is it just pretty to look at?
No, they're just pretty. It's just an aesthetic choice. But they don't cost extra. They don't make demands of the game mechanism differently. No.
They just look cooler.
Mm-hmm. That is so cool to show that off. All right then.
Wow. And we got Second Breakfast, Lambus, Generous Ent, Plains, and of course, here we go, 67 out of 81, Treebeard, The Gracious Host by Campbell White.
Wow.
Beautiful, full beard, Treebeard. carrying. Look, he's got Merry and Pippin in a crate, in his hand. Looks like they're sieging Isengard at that point. So there you go. That's my beautiful art card there. All right, I got one pack left, Cliff.
Yep. I've got one pack left as well. Here's my last one. Okay. Here it is. Oh, excuse me. I have two. I have two packs left. Okay. Because you started. You went first, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yep. So here we go. Oh man, this is so cool. I got another perforated copy of The Ring. Evidently, it's not in the starter decks. It's something we were given very nicely in the pre-release. Okay. So I'm lucky. Not only did I get a copy of The Ring in my pre-release, which not everybody got, but now I realize it's a pullable card you can get right out of a booster. Okay. Whoa, a shiny Entish Restoration. A beautiful foil of the Entish Restoration. This is a silver uncommon card. And here's my rare, Isildur's Fateful Strike. I have never seen this before. It's so cool. It's called a legendary instant. You may cast a legendary instant only if you control a legendary creature or a planeswalker. As soon as I play this, I can destroy target creature. So remember when I said, oh, I'm so excited. I've got Tom Bombadil. Tom Bombadil, if I get certain conditions, then he's indestructible. Even Tom Bombadil cannot be destroyed by this card. If you think closely about it, that's really exciting. Wow. Okay, and then that's my... Ooh, look at this. Here's Faramir Field Commander with the alt art border. Here's
There
the
it is.
really beautiful alternate art border of Faramir. Look at that. Boy, is that cool. He's really cool. 3 of any color and white to play. Human soldier. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died under your control this turn, draw a card. He's awesome. Oh, Oliphant. Hey, the Oliphant borderless. And this is also from that larger, what do you call it? I'm pretty sure it's from that larger art frame of the Battle of the Pelennor Fields. There's an Oliphant. And here's Malhur, Urukai captain. Malhur. Never seen him before. Gollum, patient plotter. Ooh, there's an evil legendary Gollum version, which I have not seen before. A patient plotter. And Samwise, the stout-hearted. Hey, Samwise, there you are, buddy. And then going through my... Oh, I got Tale of Tenuvio, but you got the nicer one. I got the regular one. You got the really nice foil version of Tale of Tenuvio.
So that's your third saga.
Yeah, it's my third saga. It's true.
So you can almost play Goldberry now.
Oh, you mean Tom Bombadil. I would need 4 sagas. And here's my beautiful art card from... It is Eleanor Gardner by Torgier Fresride. Number 32 out of 81. Look at how cool this is.
Wow.
This is lovely. This is Eleanor. This is Sam's daughter. Samwise's daughter, Eleanor. How awesome is this? Okay, and now it's time for our last 2 packs to open up. What's your last one you got?
All right. Let's see here. All right, folks, this is pack number 8. These packs, again, these are standard set booster packs. 12 cards. They should be available everywhere. Walmart, Target, GameStop, Best Buy, Amazon.com, and, of course, your local favorite game store. So look up your local game store because they would really appreciate the business. So
if you're in the Los Angeles area, I clearly recommend taking a very quick drive to Burbank Boulevard to Emerald Knights. That's with a Knights. Go to Emerald Knights Comics and Games. They had a pre-release party a week ago, and they've got some amazing products still on hand. However, he did tell me that they sold out of the collector's boosters, the ones that cost $500 a box.
Wow, sold out.
Sold out of the collector's boosters. Yep.
All right, folks, we've got a human soldier. That's like the orc soldier I got a while ago. Oliphant. Ooh, wait, hold on. Oliphant foil. Borderless Oliphant foil.
Ooh, very nice.
Borderless. So we're gonna put this in our borderless stack. Doors of Durin. Whenever you attack, scry 2. And then you reveal the top card of your library. Foray of Orcs. Gift of Strands. Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Uruk-hai, Mordor Trebuchet. Oh boy, I'm gonna put that in my I like trebuchets. All right. Rush the Room. Mushroom Watchdogs. Snarling Warg. Swamp. And of course, here we go. Number 41 of 81. I think we've seen this art before. Gollum, Patient Plotter by Dominic Mayer. Folks, looks like I get all of the versions of Gollum, Patient Plotter?
Like, did you get different art, different various?
I got the art.
Oh yeah, you got all the different ones, dude.
Art and the alt and the original Patient Plotter art. There it is.
Awesome, dude. That's awesome.
And this is why people collect all these different cards, because you can get all these different ones. So
I'm so glad you pulled a quick beam. That's really cool. Okay, here's my last one, folks.
I got a quick beam, and folks,
here's my very last one.
And so let's let Cliff open his. And folks, you may ask, why did we open 8 packs? Because 8 packs of 12 plus the bonus cards equal 100 cards. So I've now created right here on this table.
7, 8.
I have 100 card deck, and Cliff, I believe 100 card deck is what. Keep opening.
A 100 card deck is playable for the commander format, but you only need 60. 60 is standard. All right.
Oh, so this commander deck
is pre-built at 100.
Is a different. So this is a different type of game.
Yeah, it's got some variations on rules with a different. It's the exact same game, but it has a variant. It is a variant of play, and it's built on a 100 card game structure. So it's pre-built for you in that whole box.
But, I thought it was just a different type of deck. So this is a whole different type of gameplay.
It's basically the same, but it has some different rules variants.
Yes.
Yeah, it has rules variants, and therefore it has different strategy variants to get to the same goal, which is play your cards and reduce your enemy from 20 down to 0 life. It's the same game, but there's very different ways to get there, and it's a different format.
When you get the bundle, you get 8 packs of 12, like I just opened, which would be 100 cards. So you could get a bundle box and have 100 cards ready to play, or you can get the commander deck, which is a pre-built 100 card deck. So you don't. This comes with 12 card packs. So there's a little bit of fun randomness to it. This is a pre-built deck. So, but these 2 boxes can play against each other.
You can, well, conceivably, but the person who built a commander deck, it's much more structured to benefit the rules, and the stuff in the bundle is just random. All right, it's also wise to tell everybody you only need 60 cards to play. For decades, that's the way it's always been. The watermark of playing a decent game of standard Magic has always been 60 cards. So now we all know. All right. Here's my last pack. Oh, my very last pack. Right here, I
have a foil Eowyn Shield Maiden on display on this box.
Yep, a nice foil Shield Maiden. I got one too. Here's my Orc Army token. I got a token right off the top. And ooh, here's a nice Westfold Rider. This is a common card, but it's a nice foil version of the Westfold Rider. And I think it's really kind of badass. This artwork is kind of cool. And that's my foil. Here's my rare, The Fall of Caer Andros. enchantment. This is a fiery enchantment. Wow. No, that's not my rare. You know what? I got an extra enchantment, but it's an extra card. Here's my rare. It's Boromir, Warden of the Tower, a borderless art version of Boromir. Look at that. We have not seen him show up yet as a rare card. Folks, this is gorgeous. Look at that. Yep. Oh, wow. Human soldier. He has vigilance. My rare Boromir. Ooh, cool. Look what else I got. The Legolas, counter of kills, alternate. There's the alternate border and the alternate art for
Oh,
Legolas,
hey,
counter of kills.
there you go.
Yeah,
I
that's
love the name of
lovely.
that card, Counter of Kills.
Counter of kills, because he's keeping count. Ooh, Gift of Strands. Ooh, look, this is the enchantment when the Lady Galadriel gives 3 strands of her golden hair to Gimli. This is the moment where Gimli is gifted 3 strands. Isn't that beautiful? And I got Gandalf, Friend of the Shire. We've been looking for him.
There he
Gandalf,
is.
where he's doing fireworks. I would like to have that borderless version. Here's another uncommon, Elrond, Lord of Rivendell. Lots of nice uncommon blue cards. I could build a great deck of blue cards. Lorien revealed. Wow, Wizards Rockets. Ha ha ho, look. An artifact. It's just Wizards Rockets. This is such a cool game. I've always loved this game because some of their artifacts are really neat, really cool. Ooh, Ent's Fury. Ooh, very angry Ent. Ent's Fury. Right here. And then Shower of Arrows. And my last art card, right here. Uh-oh, it's Sauron, Boon of the Wish Giver. The artist name is Lai Sityawan. And this is him gifting rings, 9 rings. It's called Boon of the Wish Giver. And he's giving out 9 rings to mortal men. This is a really badass concept of art. Really badass. It's really cool. So there it is. That's my last pack. Boy, did I have some nice surprises. And I got Boromir as my last rare out of this pack. It's really cool.
Beautiful.
And
And
well,
then just to
now I have to
recap.
sit down and show you how to play, dude. We just got to
So
show you how to play.
so here we go. Here's an example of why people are absolutely loving these cards. And like Cliff said, the collector booster packs are selling out all over the country because the art is so beautiful. And here's an example. Here's 3 of the same card. Here is Gollum, Patient Plotter. And the text is the same on the card, but you have your main card here. You have your alt art card with a alt card, ALT, alternate card with the ring
alternate.
around it, and then you have your borderless art card with the full art that you don't even play. It's just you collect 81 of them, which I got number 81 out of all of them, which is this Treebeard. So of course. You've got a ton of foils, a ton of borderless. Look at all the borderless we got. Beautiful that make up
Really
a scene.
lovely.
This getting 8 packs of 12 means you can build a solid 60 card deck, or have up to 100 card deck to play with a commander. But a commander deck has commander cards and other stuff that we don't even have. And then, so I've learned today, Cliff, you explained to me that Commander is a different type of gameplay.
It has a commander card, which is separated out. It's called the Commander. In older versions of the Commander deck, the cards were this big. Like, compared to a standard size card, they were big,
They were just
oversized Commander. Yeah. And that's because they're set on the side, and they're not even properly shuffled in with the rest of your 100 cards.
And
so,
then, and then we learned today that there's the base game, the normal game of Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, is 60 cards like we just opened. There's a Commander version of the game which has a kind of unique rule set. There is a third type of game, which is these white jumpstart boosters, which is if you
Okay.
just want to play a quick game, you put
Yes.
two of these 20-pack cards together, two of them
hmm
together, two of them together, and then it's one-on-one.
As 40. It's one-on-one with random 40 cards, and they're meant to be weirdly cooperative, but it's all random and you don't know what the hell you're going to get. But generally, Magic is when people take a lot of time and thoughtfulness and they carefully put together their 60 cards so that they can hedge their bets and use card combinations and strategies that will really produce wild, strong game effects and get the job done better and faster than anyone
And
else.
then there's a fourth type of game that you can play with these
Uh-huh.
brown draft boosters.
And that's when everybody drafts all the cards into a big pile in the middle of the table. And then people in order of succession choose one card and then another out of the pile. And people draft out of that so they can get their own random game, what is kind of built on the fly. You draft it and build it on the fly.
And as you can see, draft boosters is a specific type of game. It comes with 15 cards. Set boosters come with 12 cards right there, you can see. And you can see these jumpstart boosters come with 20 cards.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know how many cards come in the collector boosters?
20.
20.
Yep. 20.
And they are expensive. Again, a case of collector cards is $500. Or a single pack of 20 collector cards is selling for $91. Just crazy money.
Well,
No wonder people
if I were
say
to do
they go broke
if I
on
were to do
Magic.
a really quick spot of math, because I'm really not that good at math, $500 divided by 20 equals, yeah, they're $25 a piece. If you buy them in the collector's boosters, if you buy them as $500 in this format, which I'm holding up, and the audience cannot see this, but this is a full case, a full case of boosters. And if you buy that full case of collector's boosters at $500, that equivalent is going to be $25 per
So
pack.
it's more bang for your buck buying a whole case, and that's why people were buying cases of Pokemon during the pandemic.
Yes, that's right.
Because it was just better
Yes,
by the
quite.
case. So
Quite.
so Cliff, bang for your buck right now. If you're interested, the Magic cards go on sale this week on Friday everywhere. You have commander decks, you have bundles, and you have starter decks, and then you have just booster packs. Bang for your
Yes.
buck. Where should people start?
Okay. Raise your hand if you're a newbie, and I'll answer this question for you if you're a newbie, and then I'll answer it differently if you're an experienced player. If you're a noob, welcome. Lovely to have newbies at the table. But if you are a noob, then you must start with the basics. It's called the two-player starter set. A noob is going to probably have, and I'm going to ask my friend who's sitting right here, a noob who is asked to put together and draft their own crazy cards without knowing how they work, without knowing how the game mechanics work, is going to be in deeper water, and it might not be as pleasant as an experience unless you have pre-built starter decks, and those are for the beginners, and it allows you to have the ease of your learning curve. Is that appropriate? Yeah?
So
Nick says yes. So that's for beginners. You get the starter decks.
If you've never played Magic the Gathering ever, this starter kit comes with 2 decks of 60, which is your typical deck, plus instruction manual on how to get a game going. This is if you've never played Magic. Now, Cliff, what if you used to play Magic 15, 20, 30, 40 years ago? Not dating myself. What would you say is the next step up if you know how to play the game, but you haven't played it in so long, so
It wasn't 40 years. It wasn't that long ago. It came out in the, early 90s? Like in 91 or 92 when it first came out?
Know. So is the bundle
That's
the
funny.
next step up then? If I know the basics of the game and I just want to re-enter this world?
The bundle is for somebody who wants a storage box and a big, beautiful die. That big 20-sided life counter. That's what this is for. The bundle isn't necessarily to get enough cards because there's only 8. There's 8 packs, and yes, we've realized that's going to give you 100 cards, right?
It's
But
not
that
enough
one,
to have two players.
it's
Basically, is
not
what we're
enough to have
saying.
2 players, and it's not enough to have a really cohesive deck. If you're going to be interested in playing it more like a real Magic player who's got experience from the past, then this is what I recommend. I recommend you just buy one of these. Okay, this is going to be 30 packs times 12 cards each, and this is the only thing you'll ever need to buy. You will have so many cards that you can make variations on so many themes with different characters and color combinations. And you won't need to be buying super the collector's ones are for people who really want the valuable cards, mostly for the secondary market, I imagine, because that's why they call it collector's things. They want to have the full hardcore collection. But if you want to be a good hardcore player, buy yourself a big set of dice, cards. Buy yourself a big set, and then out of that,
Would you
let's
get
say
the 20 that box that you just hold up of booster packs? Would you get that over a commander deck?
this cost me $200, and yeah, this cost me $200, and I won't ever have to buy any more again.
And
I will
what about
have
a commander deck here? This is a whole deck, a 100 card deck ready to go.
uh-huh. Yeah, well, this is 360 cards ready to go, out of which I can make dozens and dozens of endless combinations of card styles and card play. The Commander deck is a single deck built to work a certain way for one type of game. This could be hundreds of variations for any standard Magic
Oh,
game
I get
with
it. Okay.
limitless possibilities.
So
Okay?
this commander deck is a very specific type of game that you
It's a
only
format.
buy.
It's called a format of play. Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
It has its own rules, and the commander sits on the outside and provides commander powers to the other cards, usually.
So
But
you
if
have to play against someone else also with the commander deck.
you can't play standard format when someone else is playing commander. If you built a nice deck of Magic cards and you're like, oh, look, 60 cards, I'm ready to go, and the other person says, I'm playing commander, then you can't. You can't play because you don't have a commander deck set up at 100. It's a different format.
All right.
Right.
So
Now you know.
again, to recap, if you've never played Magic Gathering like I have, and you just don't know anything, and you don't know how to play, and you don't know how to even build a good deck, start with the starter kit. It has 2 decks, so
Yep.
you and a friend or family member can immediately start playing as soon as you buy it. If you remember how to play, but you're just getting back into it, the bundle is cool because it's for one player. It's enough cards plus a fancy box and a dice.
This
and
will
everything
solve
like
all
that.
your storage solutions.
for
and
one player.
Yeah, for one player. And it has all these inserts, and you can use them as counters, burdens, and +1/+1 counters for all your guys.
All right, and then if you're an elite player that has friends that play commander style Magic,
Exactly.
then
Yep.
you have to buy the commander deck because you need that oversized commander
Right.
thing. And
There
then
is-
if you are a collector and
Uh-huh.
you make content, let's say you do TikTok videos or YouTube shorts of
Yes.
opening packs, you don't want to do it with the packs that we just got, the regular set boosters. What you want to get are the more expensive collector's boosters. That's
Okay.
what everybody is going to be opening on video on stream, because the collector's boosters, yes, they're more expensive, but they have all the cool foil cards. They're
Yep.
guaranteed to have great cards in every pack.
They're also guaranteed to have powerful rings of power, and they might even have that 1 of 1 ring.
So
which
collector's pack which is worth $2 million right now, and it'll
is worth
probably
$2 million.
go up.
Yes.
And then my final thought is, Cliff, based on the
2 million.
limited research of our chat room, I won today because one of my cards was worth like $18.
Okay. Great.
So
Well,
we
didn't check the price. We didn't check the prices of all of my art alternates and my other foils, but enjoy the win. Take the W. I'll take the L.
The
I
win
will take the L.
was this autographed art card, Cliff.
That
This
autographed card,
autographed
none of
art
mine were
card
autographed. I
is the
know.
winner. This
But you're so
autographed
mean
art
to me
card.
about it.
But
You don't have to
that is
disparage me
according
about
to
it.
the current street value secondary market. But according to the
Yes.
chat room, Cliff, you won because Nerd of the Rings declared you won by getting Goldberry.
I
Or
won by Tom
getting
Bombadil. I won by
Tom
getting the
Bombadil.
Tom Bombadil, which I don't know if anyone has pulled yet, but I didn't see anyone. But here's the magic of this game. Haha. Jokes aside, I can take all of these cards if I never ever buy any more again. Look at this, Justin. You know how many packs are in here? We just did opening up
You
8
should
of them.
just do TikToks every day with those.
We opened up 8 of them. And this is a case, so to speak. This box contains not 8, but 30 of them. And out of that 390 cards, I'll never have to ever buy more again. I will have endless possibilities.
You'll want the collector cards.
Endless
and
possibilities.
let's not mention
I
the
don't want-
secret layer collector cards using Ralph Bakshi artwork and Brothers Hildebrandt artwork.
That's a different set we didn't show, which is called Worlds Beyond or Universes Beyond. No, what's
It's
it
all
called?
universes, but it's called Secret Layer, and these are all Worlds Beyond. Secret Layer will have Ralph
Oh,
Bakshi
the secret
art
layer will have the Ralph Bakshi artwork.
and
Yes.
Brothers Hildebrandt
And Brothers
artwork
Hildebrandt. Yes, that's
in
true.
the card.
That's true.
So there'll be
Now,
alternate
here's the
cards
thing.
for that.
I'm not a collector, and I don't want all of them. I don't want to be that person who collects the super powerful rings and the super foil versions of everything and the alternate art of everything. I don't need to be a collector. However, I want to be a competent player, at least who can get competitively into some good games. So that's why I would just bank myself, a few hundred cards, and out of them I can build the 60 that are precise to really get into the groove and have a real slam
I don't know
bang
what 60
strategy.
I don't know. I don't even know how to play the game, so I have no idea.
Well,
I'm like
gonna
weeks
teach
away
you.
from that.
Oh, I can't wait to show you how to play. It's lovely.
Our
It's
final
great.
thought. Thank you for staying with us for over 2 hours as we unbox the new Magic: The Gathering card
that was
sets.
great,
We
by the
don't
way.
have any collector cards, but we should get some. Matt, Nerd of the Rings, did a live stream yesterday. He spent a lot of money to bring you that content. A lot of money. So support him, give him a follow, give us a follow. And if you are coming to Comic-Con or you live around San Diego during Comic-Con next month in July, I highly recommend getting into this game because maybe there's an opportunity where we could play Magic, Lord of the Rings with you and with Cliff's custom booster box. He's going to make the ultimate deck, and
I'm going to make a Tom Bombadil Ent deck with the powers of Ents and the Forest and Tom. That's what I'm going to make. It's
we'll
gonna
see
be
you
so
guys
cool.
in San Diego, and maybe you can defeat Cliff and his ultimate Ent Bombadil army.
It's going to be so cool. You guys, it's a wonderful time, a wonderful experience to share this enthusiasm because I have had so much love for this game for such a long, long, long time. I've always loved this game. And now I'm super excited. Look at that great stuff. Thank you, guys. And thank you to Wizards of the Coast for sending these beautiful boxes. And I'm going to have to say how much I love that big D20. You guys, I really can't get enough of this. So as we sign off, I want everybody to take a look and be like, "Oh wow, look at that!"
That comes in the bundle
D20.
box. If you need
Yep,
a new
this
dice
comes in the
and
bundle.
a box to hold your cards in and want to start building building a deck, that is the bundle. Honestly,
you know what?
I think for most people, the bundle is where it's at because you probably haven't played Magic: The Gathering in 15 or 20 years. You don't know where your dice is or your dice bag. I think the bundle is where it's at.
You can use any D20
because you can open a dozen packs, build your deck. It's randomized. It's not pre-built. The bundle is where it's at. But if you're a complete newbie and you've never played this, get the starter kit. That way, 2 of you can start playing right out of the box.
Do you know a great idea? What a lot of friends do? They'll take this box, which is $215, and 2 people split it. You split this with your friend. They get 15 and you open up 15. And out of all those booster packs, you and your friend have hundreds of cards to share and trade. You can even trade. I'll
There
give
you
you
go.
this card for that card. And then you can start building really strategic minded deck construction and have a great time doing it, friends. Thank you for being with us on this remarkable journey of exploration. And I thank my friend Nick for being pulled into the gaming experiment today, because that was his first run in with Magic. It was really fun. And everybody out there in the world, thank you for joining us. You can follow us and get more details, news, gossip, and information at theonering.net. We're on the social channels, even on Twitch, Twitter, and Facebook, and Instagram. Take out the dot. It's the One Ring Net, and follow us on all of our socials. Personally, myself, Clifford Broadway is found at QuickBeam2000 on Twitter and Instagram. Justin likes to stay incognito, but he's out there from time to time opening up packs of cards. Thank you for the blessed Quick Beam card. I'm so glad you got one. Okay, everybody, until next Tuesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time, we will join you yet again here on our happy little corner of the internet. Until then, please take care of yourselves, be gentle to one another, and open up more packs of cards and have a really good time. It's going to be fun. I'll see you guys next week. Until then, good night and good luck. Or as we like to say, buenos noches y buena suerte. Bye, everybody. I can't believe you found a Quick Beam card.